Hello, everyone. Thank you again for joining me as we explore next level health and well being. Today, I would like to discuss the effects of emotions on our overall health. It is well known that what we think, feel, and do affects our well being, and how our genes express themselves, as well as how we maintain high vibrational vitality, keeping in mind that health is more than just physical, it's structural, emotional, and spiritual and mental. Many Eastern philosophies believes that dis-ease starts in the energy field before it becomes dis-ease in the body. And then if we continue to ignore it, it will eventually become a disease. Our suppression of emotions or the continual experience of a particular emotion will affect the associated organ or organs, and this dis-ease in the vibratory or energy field will eventually create challenges in the physical body. I would like to cover fear and anger today. The associated organs would be the kidneys and the liver, and some of the stomach is also involved in there. And the reason I am choosing these particular emotions is not just due to our current situation, where fear, fear-mongering, anger, and frustration are rampant, but also due to my own personal experience with my feelings and organ function. Recently, lab work showed that I had some irregularities in my liver and kidneys, and it prompted me to really check in with my body. I spent some time letting my divine brain know that I was willing and choosing to be present and ready to hear what my body needed. I slowed my breathing, calmed my mind, placed my hands on my kidneys, and listened as I breathed. And my kidneys brought all my fears to my awareness. I'm afraid of being seen. Ironically, everybody wants to be seen, truly. However, fear about being discovered or seen as a fraud, as someone who doesn't know what they're doing, fear of being judged, all of this as an introvert and shy person, which is really related to self-esteem, but that's a whole nother subject. Being seen can be really, really scary. Fear of being judged, fear of not being good enough or just enough, fear of disease and illness in my body, not COVID, but all the fear of the world as it is now, fear of the lies and the deception, fear of not knowing the truth. And because we are all connected, the general fear permeating everywhere and everyone and everything right now. It brought me in touch with my inner child who did not feel safe in her little world or safe around the people who were supposed to protect her. As a child, I was always told that children should be seen and not heard. And here I am speaking out and being seen and heard all at the same time. I'm not surprised that all these feelings came up now as I embark on this channel and really putting myself out there into the world and sharing my thoughts and knowledge. It took me quite a while to do this, 2 years in fact, before I finally just did it. And now that it's begun, I'm freaking out a little. I love discovering the underlying blockages and imbalances of energy flowing in my body. I love how and when it surfaces. I welcome the shift in perception and energy flow and the opportunity to bring more love and higher vibration into my body. My experience with anger was a little different, as this was during my sincerity training through body and brain yoga and Tai Chi, which consists of bowing, some vibrational training, body and brain connection, and meditation. I once again had a deep desire to heal my body, and during the training, the emotions that surfaced was anger. I was really angry at my dad, who's been gone for many years now. I was angry at him for not protecting me, for abandoning me when I needed him, and I just paid attention to these emotions after it surfaced. After my training, however, I still didn't feel great, and for most of the day I kind of felt off. It was only later in the evening when I realized I was strongly resisting the origin of these emotions. I did not want to feel angry at my father. I loved him dearly. But I discovered that my inner child had none of these perceptions. And she was just hurt and angry and felt abandoned. Once I really allowed us both to connect with that anger and feel it, shed some tears, we could finally let it flow through us and release it. We brought our ease back into our liver and lessened some of the inflammation in this area, that inflamed energy. I was able to see my little girl and bring her safely back into my heart and let her know that she and I are safe and loved. I will never abandon her again, and in turn myself. I was truly grateful for the experience of that day, as I now fully understood what it felt like in my body when I resist the truth of emotions and what my body reveals to me. I want to add here that if you choose it, it'll happen. This is just a small part of how the events and incidents in our lives and cloud our beliefs and our perceptions and block energy flow through our body, our organs and systems, and color our responses. We owe it to ourselves to heal these wounds, to be able to bring more love and to be healthier and also have healthier interactions with each other. To heal, we must have vulnerability and courage to go to the origin of these feelings. We must be willing to go into these feelings and to stay with them. You'll find that your monkey mind kind of wants to run away and think about other thoughts, and that happens to me quite often. But bringing your energy back into the feeling and just staying with it for a moment can reveal things to you that are amazing. And if you cannot do this by yourself, please find a practitioner or a service that can help you do this. Ask me, I will assist you or point you to the right practitioner or service for your well-being. I highly recommend Brené Brown's video on Netflix about courage and vulnerability, as this helped trigger some of my deeper layers of emotional healing. And I kind of had a lot of these emotions come up around the same time that I watched this documentary of hers. I'm also reading The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself by Michael A. Singer, and Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender by David R. Hawkins. Actually, I read quite a few books at the same time. You know, I kind of just go with what I'm drawn to that day, that week. But all of these kind of books really help trigger deeper thoughts and layers. I'm sharing some of my experiences with you to help you find the courage to really connect your own inner wounds and belief systems and to start healing. When we heal ourselves and thus raise our vibrations, we affect the energy of everyone around us. A more conscious people will create a healthier planet. Our emotions and feelings are not rational, but it's important to note that our thoughts and emotions are not who we are. They are just things we experience, and they can be changed to be in alignment with who you are and who you choose to be. I chose to whole being health and to be the master of my body and my brain. And so I pay attention to my body and my consistent thoughts and examine where they come from and if it's really beneficial to me and my goals for next level wholeness. Remember, there's no right or wrong here. There's just healing. I hope this has been helpful. I'm happy to take suggestions about topics that you'd really like me to discuss. And in our next video, we will discuss herbal and nutritional support that can help you with your stress and the emotions and organs that we discussed here today. I also leave you with this thought. We are currently not dealing with a jab vaccine issue, but a health freedom issue. Make sure that your freedom to choose what is right for your health never becomes mandated by anyone or any institution outside yourself. Do not allow fear to erode your freedom to choose, your personal freedoms. But until then, be healthy, be happy, and be courageous. I wish you a next level healthy day.